Greetings, YouTube. You know, as much as I hesitate to bring this subject up again, because, you know, I've made a number of tapes on this, a number of videos on this topic, and in many respects this topic's been beaten down like a dead horse. But the more I thought about it, the more I thought, God damn it, the problem is still huge and growing daily as I see it. If I'm wrong, let me know. So I'm going to talk about it. And the rules of engagement today are as follows. You know, if you're a black person and you've already are hostile and against white people, and you believe that white people have nothing to teach the black people, if you believe that you cannot take any advice or gain anything from listening to some fucking cracker, then switch off and go watch fucking whatever it is you watch for entertainment. You know, and the same goes for white people, man. I mean, if you're bored with the subject and you don't think it's that big of a deal, then, you know, go watch a dancing dog. I personally believe that the race relations are huge in this country, and it's a fucking subject that's going to get, it's going to get a lot worse before it gets better. And this is why I keep coming back to it. A little backstory about what just transpired and a little bit of personal information that'll make this a little bit more understandable. Okay, so many of you know that I'm a white dude. You can probably tell. Come here, sir. And that I grew up in an all-black, mostly black area when I was a kid. And you can probably tell that too, because you think these are freckles, but these are actually BB wounds from my paper route. A little joke. Okay. Some of you know that my stepfather is black. The newer development that you don't know is that I'm married to an Asian woman. So a lot of diversity in my life. And the newest development is that my daughter, and she's my stepdaughter, so she's from an Asian background, is dating a black man. And, you know, this has caused a little bit of strife, shall we say, in the family, for a lot of reasons. It's so easy to write it off as, oh, well, you guys are prejudiced and racist and blah, blah, blah. That's half the problem I'm trying to address here. But it causes issues because there's a lot of cultural sensitivities and on all sides, you know. Traditional Asians, for the most part, are not big proponents of interracial dating. And that sounds funny because she married a white guy. All right, whatever. It's getting too complicated. Hang on, let me untangle the dogs. We were at the annual family Christmas party a few days ago. And I decided to initiate a conversation between my wife, my daughter, and her boyfriend. And those that know anything about me know that I'm not one to hold back on my opinions, and I let it hang, and that's how I operate. And, you know, to his credit, he was very receptive, I think. I'm not saying he agrees with everything I say, I don't know. But he was very respectful, and, you know, that's points is in terms of if you're dating my daughter, it's good to score points. All right. So some of the things that came up in that discussion are what I want to bring up now. And the reason I'm bringing this up is I'm calling on him. I'm not going to name his name because I don't know that he wants his name named, but he'll see this video. I am calling on him, and more importantly on you, if you are black. And yes, I say black. I'm not into this whole African American thing. It doesn't feel comfortable to me. I think we're all Americans. You know, I think we're all Americans. Hang on, a train's coming by. You know, what I'm doing is I'm calling on blacks in this country that actually want to see a positive change to start making those changes. And it starts right there in your house, man. It starts with, Jesus, was I talking this whole time with a fucking sunflower seed on my lip? That's nasty, I hate that, sorry. But it starts at home, and it starts with you, and I'm asking you to do this. This pink-faced fucking sunflower seed on the lip cracker with a train blowing in the background is asking you to do something crazy. I'm asking you to sit down with your kids and make it very fucking clear, crystal clear, that white America doesn't owe you a fucking thing. That's right, I said it. So I'm gonna give you guys time to click off and go to your fucking bullshit video sites. Alright, whoever's left, the 2 or 3 people that are left, listen up and listen close. We don't owe you a fucking thing, and it's very important that you tell your kids that. Because if you're not smart enough, no insult here, but this is the way I feel. If you're not smart enough to understand the damage done by starting a child's life off believing that he's owed something, man, you have fucked that kid, and it's your fault, not mine. And even though I didn't have relatives here during the slavery days, it's not the fault of anybody but you. How dare you plant those fucking seeds of dependency in young people? You can fucking disregard fashion statements and wear your pants down to your ankles because it kind of pisses off the cracker. This is the shit that I'm sure goes on in certain families. You can talk loud and obnoxious and, you know, say nigger as loud as you can to each other, but, you know, persecute the fuck out of anyone else that says it. The double standard. If you're putting this into your kids' heads, fuck you. You guys are fucked up. You need to have a meeting with your kids, and you need to make it very clear that it is up to them to utilize every opportunity in America to get to as high as they are willing to go, willing and able. When I say able, I'm talking about because of their own initiative or lack thereof. If you are telling your kids that Whitey or anybody owes them something, you might as well just cut their fucking legs off and stick them in a wheelchair. While we're talking about the language, look, there's no nice way to say this about Ebonics. Knock it the fuck off. Alright, here's the deal. I get it. I get how, you know, you got your own thing, and I'm talking to people that incorporate the use of Ebonics in their house. If it doesn't apply to you, listen and observe and forget about it. But if it does apply to you, pay fucking close attention, please. Now, in America, we have different accents and dialects. There's the West Coast and, of course, the Midwestern accent, the Southern accent, and the Northeastern accent. I get it. What the fuck is this Ebonics bullshit? And how is that going to help anybody's life? You guys were lied to. You were lied to by your so-called leaders that push this shit. And the rappers and shit that make money off of your ignorance. You know, the ones that fucking promote this, we got our own language because fuck the man, we're gonna come up with our own way. We ain't from this fucking continent, so we're gonna make up our own shit. Well, that's great, you can do that, and all the PC motherfuckers on earth are gonna pretend like they don't notice. They'll all pretend like it doesn't matter that your pants are down to your fucking ankles, and that you can't fucking speak with any known dialect. And you can call people like Dr. Benjamin Carson a sellout. And people like, goddamn, man, what am I, in the middle of a fucking train station? People like Alan West, a sellout because they speak normal. And I did say normal. You know, you can try to go through life speaking this shit. Not only is everybody with any common sense going to be laughing at your stupid ass behind your back, which I guarantee happens, but more importantly, how many doctors or successful people have you ever seen that speak that shit? None. I mean, can you imagine being in an operating room and having some successful fucking surgeon be like, yo man, pass me that scalpel, man, I finna cut this bitch. It ain't gonna happen, alright? So, you got all these fucking Ebonics speaking motherfuckers running around telling their fucking Ebonics speaking kids that the white man owes them something, and the fucking black people who speak normal and have made something of themselves are sellouts. What a fucking, what a travesty, what a crime. What a crime against future generations. Man, who the fuck is this cracker to be telling us how to raise our children? See, this is the attitude that you got that you need to flush down the fucking toilet. I'm somebody that's been around the world enough, and it doesn't take anyone like me. It takes anybody that's not blind to understand that you're fucking your kids over. Now knock it off. believe it or not, I paused the camera and there was another 45-minute delay while I talked to somebody I ran into. So it's very hard to make videos when you're losing your train of thought. But look, the bottom line is we all need to make a decision. Do we want to fix these problems or do we want to perpetuate them? And that's white, black, and Asian, and everybody else. You know, I am far from some liberal fuck, but god damn it, man, like a very, very eloquent speaker, a very, very man who was a studier of the arts by the name of Rodney King once said, "Can't we all just get along?" I mean, think about it. The smartest statement in the world came from one of the dumbest fucks that ever fucking put on a pair of fucking kids and ran from the cops. If we want to continue to develop and not just stay stagnant as a bunch of fucking moronic people struggling to eat and fuck each other over, we are going to have to take hard steps. And black community, your first hard step is to stop this bullshit concept of anyone owing you anything. Nobody owes you a fucking thing. You got it? One of the things I want to do is challenge you. Man, I ain't taking no challenge for no cracker. Shut up. Especially one whose face is all red. Fuck you. I'm having a heart attack. Look, I challenge you to be the fucking example amongst your friends, amongst the black friends and family members. Be the one to fucking speak up, you know, and talk about this subject. You know, get rid of that thing, that black thing. I call it the black thing. And I mean it, you know, the way I understand it, and of course I'm not black, but I'm not an idiot. You know, if you wake up in the morning and the first thing you think of is that you're black, you're doing something wrong. I don't wake up every morning and think, hey, I'm white. Most black people look at me and hate me and think I'm a fucking racist and that I owe them something and that I'm not entitled to half the benefits or fucking advantages that minorities are. I don't think that when I wake up. I take a piss and then I think it. No, I'm just kidding. But seriously, you need to be the ones that go, hey, next time you hear somebody say, man, I'm fucking cops always trying to, you know, get over on. That's not true. That is just simply not true. The majority of cops are not that way. The majority of white people are not that way. The majority of black people aren't that way. You need to be the one to speak the fuck up. I mean, I'm going out on a limb here. I could piss off my family, but, you know, fuck them. Because truth is truth, no matter where it comes from. Even if it comes from a pink-faced cracker. So, what do you think about that? Now, I want some black people to respond to this, all right? I mean, white people, by all means, respond, but it's just weird how the fucking, you know, you get on their channels, man, and a lot of these blacks are the loudest shit-talking motherfuckers on the face of the earth, but you don't hear them responding to videos where somebody's wanting to open a dialogue. So, try to avoid the name-calling, and let's talk about this. This is our planet, and this is our world. We're going to have to fucking either exist together or fucking not exist together. And that's a fucking nasty concept when you really think about it. LMS Tactical out.
I mean, we got a pretty decent neighborhood here. Folks helping each other out and such. And I was just surprised to hear it. You just can't trust anyone anymore. Goddamn freaks of nature. That's what they are. Freaks. Freaks, I tell you. Freaks.